Hello everybody, welcome to another episode. So, in Trej Cido, in this story that I wrote, we left off at a place where we sent a few questions to the beta readers and we took their feedback. We also took their feedback on the whole story. We hired two beta readers. So, in this video, I am going to show you how we prepared those questions by using AI. We're going to go to AI for indieauthors.com. I'm going to show you this section, and I'm going to show you how we prepared the questions and the answers that we got, and what we're going to do and how we actually evaluate those questions and answers. So let's dive in, shall we? Okay, everybody, welcome back. And this is the website. And the name of the website is AI for indieauthors.com. And these are the AI courses for indie authors. These are ethical AI courses for authors. And we are going to focus on AI-assisted beta reader questions and feedback evaluation. This one right here. And if you scroll down, and this is the one right here. So what happens? What happens is when you go through this section, let's just get one thing up here. AI takes your manuscript and prepares, in this case, I wanted AI to prepare 27 questions. And these are very specific questions driven from your novel. Most of the time, most of the authors, they hire beta readers, and they usually just ask them to read the book and give them feedback. That's a good thing, which I also did. However, besides those, the reading the novel and giving you feedback, and if you prepare very specific questions, then you get very specific answers from every single one of these beta readers. Then the evaluation of these answers will become much easier, plus, of course, their feedback. But at the same time, what happens is, for this one, I hired two beta readers and 27 questions. So 27 answers from two beta readers, and of course their feedback on the whole story. And if you can imagine, if you hire, let's say, 5 beta readers, and let's say you prepare 25 or maybe 30 questions, and the feedback that you're going to get from them on your whole entire story, and of course their answers for those 30 questions from 5 beta readers, and considering them, going through them, evaluating them, and that's just one section of the task, of course. That's the considering, evaluating the answers to your questions, and also considering and evaluating their feedback on the entire story. This becomes a good bit of a task, and it usually takes about, I'm saying, at least a week. You're going to have to read them, you're going to have to take a look at them, categorize them, see which one is important, which one is not, and everything else. So, however, when you're using AI by using our course right here, it only takes about, let's say about 4 seconds, maybe, okay, at the most 5 seconds. So you end up with, let me just show you what you end up with. To start with, the system will give you all these, everything categorized. See, this is the reader 1, and anchor text, and chapter or location. All these, everything is categorized. This is the feedback that we get from reader 1, and this is reader 2. In other words, it's already categorized. You can just take a look at it. Chapter 15, if we stop reader 1, made this right here. The curator knows something reached the shaft. And so her feedback was, this is clear, but the chapter is doing a lot. Rest debate, service workers, etc., etc. And again, this is clear. That's again another comment from the beta reader. So all these comments and answers to the questions, turns out, let's go back to, let me just show you reader 1 questions. Here is the answers that I received from beta reader 1. I'm not mentioning the name just for the privacy reasons. I just named them reader 1 and reader 2. And the first question was, what did you enjoy most about the story? Here is the answer. That's the first beta reader. And let's just scroll down and just pick another one. By the way, that is the section overall reader experience. And the next section is Trej Cido. These are the characters. These are the questions regarding the characters. Did Trej and Cido feel like distinct characters with different personalities, etc., etc., and ways of making decisions? So this is her feedback. Yes, Trej feels instinctively street smart, suspicious, physical, and survival driven. Cido feels analytical, observant, and as I showed you these characters in the first video. So, by the way, these beta readers never saw those characters. They just received the novel. But since in the first video you saw the pictures, the images of the characters, you can immediately, of course, you have something in your mind regarding this right here. So this feedback actually came way before they started seeing the characters and the images of the characters that I prepared. And so this is beta reader 1, and again she answered all those 27 questions. And let's go to the story, the entire story. This is chapter 1, The Wrong Roof. Let me get myself over to this side. I'm just going to show you 1 or 2. This is author, which is beta reader 1, and she's making a comment on this right here. So these are the comments. So what you do, you take this from the beta reader, the comments that she made, this MS Word document, and of course you take this MS Word document from beta reader, again same beta reader, and you collect them all, beta reader 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and you upload them back to the AI that I programmed, and you come up with beta reader feedback evaluation. Now, what is this good for? Let's see. Here, first of all, we get the executive summary. See, it says readers identified, 2. In other words, we have 2 beta readers. And this is the executive summary that AI gave us. An uploaded file matches summary, and again, these are the files that I uploaded. Individual reader summaries. This is reader 1, which is beta reader 1. Overall reaction, what worked, what confused the reader, where interest increased, where interest decreased. So in other words, AI is taking the feedback from the reader 1, which is beta reader 1, and it's kind of giving me the overall summary of what this beta reader is doing on the overall reaction, what worked, what confused the reader, where interest increased, where interest decreased, and of course, and other ones. And it's doing the same thing. So you start getting a good idea from your beta readers regarding your story. That's what beta readers are for. However, when you have 5, 4, 3 beta readers, and then they have different comments, different answers, coming up with this executive summary showing you what they are actually thinking is a gold mine. So, next thing, questionnaire, feedback, matrix, summary. So the questions that, if you remember the questions, 27 questions that we gave to beta readers, these are the answers that they gave. So AI went over those answers and let's go back. Agreement pattern, combined finding, evidence label. In other words, if those two beta readers agreed on this first question or not, is it positive, supported, positive, contradictory signal? So in other words, one beta reader said something and the other one, it says disagreement, said something else. So again, these are only two beta readers and 27 questions. Let's say you have 30 questions and 5 beta readers. It would be a horrendous task to go through these and compare and come up with this summary. And, of course, decide what to revise or rewrite or modify or what to leave out. So that is this is the summary of the questions from the both of the beta readers. And this is full story, comment, matrix, summary. And again, concern, reader 1. Okay, so world building, reader 1 has 9 counts of concern. And again, character, 7 count concern. Again, these are very important feedback that is coming from the beta readers. And it is now you start getting the idea as to what to revise. See, it says right here, this is an amazing feedback right here. Reader 2, neutral observation, plot, and there are 50 count of comments. So, of course, you're going to have to go through them, read what they said, and come up with a decision as to which sections you should revise, modify, or maybe delete, or maybe compress, whatever you have to do. Connected feedback findings. Let's do this again. Again, Trej Cido partnership is the book's clearest strength. Right here, question 1, 7, 9, 10. Reader 2 repeatedly reacted positively to their humor and teamwork. Readers 1 and 2, again, it's giving you clear feedback about your story from the beta readers. And again, this is a very, very interesting and very, very important feedback that you get from your beta readers. And us, authors, we actually have to sit down and make a decision. This is where authoring comes in. And this is what I usually stress, not usually, always stress on. AI is not sitting down and telling you, hey, you should change it like this. Or you see this paragraph, you said it, and then I received this feedback, all these feedback from beta readers, maybe you should revise it like this. No, that is a lazy author. Beta reader, AI is just giving you feedback as to what these people are thinking. So the decision is, of course, yours as an author. It belongs to you. And that is authoring. That is how you use AI as an assistant. So, 8 major feedback patterns. Positive patterns. Let's just read the first one. The manuscript has a strong adventure engine. Both readers stayed engaged by the clue chain, the artifact hunt structure, and the sense of forward motion. So that's a good feedback. I just went through their feedback and everything else and came up with this for you. and it's just giving you all this and putting you on a note that, hey, you have all this. So, and then AI is giving you something extremely valuable. See? Revision priority list. And number 10, author decision table. In other words, AI is not telling you what to do. AI is asking you, it is your turn to decide. This is authoring. And this is how you use AI. Let's just read one of them or two of them. Priority list. Tightened repetition in prose rhythms. Repeated wording and repeated debate explanation beats. That's the finding. Evidence strength, strong pattern. Revision priority, high priority. So, now you know what to revise and what to preserve right here. This is high priority, this is medium priority. Again, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do, you do. Low priority. And this one right here, do not revise based only on different favorite side character preferences. It says preference based. Do not revise based on current evidence. So again, don't leave this alone. And this low priority, leave this alone. Of course, having said that, it is coming back and it's giving you this table. Hey, I told you all these. Strong pattern. This is my recommendation. What are you gonna do as an author? Now you're in the driver's seat. As an author, you go ahead and make your decisions and revise, and whatever you do with your story. However, this one right here is also an extremely important feedback. So, from time to time, you get some feedback from the beta readers. And again, they may be all over the place, and you need some help to categorize them and put them in a table so that all this feedback from your questions that AI prepared, specific questions that AI prepared, and from their feedback on the whole story, and AI will put you in some sort of a context so that you will be able to understand. Now, one of the understandings that you may come up with is here. The feedback does not point toward a structural rewrite. Very, very important. In other words, AI is telling you, hey, I went through all this feedback. I don't think you should rewrite or structurally revise your story. Go back, take a look at these, and go to these sections that I mentioned right here. Remember this? This is why this exists, this Excel sheet exists, because chapter 1, reader 1, and let's just do one of these numbers. Comment summary. Let's go back here. So here you go, anchor text, bar link. So you look for this text, and this is the comment that reader 1 made. And that's why, let's go back here, these exist. So you can actually find those comments, and depending on this right here table, start revising your book. However, the AI is telling you, you really don't have to restructure your story, which I did. If you go to my one of my videos on the dragon story, I didn't really need the feedback from AI. When I was writing the story, I said, nope, this is not happening. We need to restructure this. And then I went back to AI. I said, look, this is my problem, and here is my novel, and here is the chapters, the chapter beats and the character bios and everything else. I don't like this. We need to redo the structure of this story. So that's what I did with that story. But in this one, we don't need it because this is a very strong story. All we have to do is go through this, which is extremely helpful, and revise some chapters or some sections, and maybe delete some and compress some of the writings. So this is how AI can help you. And this is the website that you go to, AI4indieauthors.com. That course is this one right here, AI assisted beta reader questions and feedback, or this is the home page, and it's this handsome guy right here, AI assisted beta readers, and you click this, and that's it. And all these courses that they can help you write your masterpiece is only $20 lifetime, including the revisions. And this is not a subscription. This is just one time. That's all. Okay, it's the end of this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.